let's do this. I still don't have no chapstick, y'all. What the fuck? Alright, as you can see, we are doing V's ministry from the car today. Hey, so I had came to my neighborhood park and full fucking plans to go outside and do this in nature because it feels pretty good outside. But yeah, fuck that shit. It's fucking cold, bro. It's cold. Hold on, yeah, I'm still trying to get situated. Forgive me. Alright, but it's too cold to go outside. Like, I brought little itty bitty gloves with me and everything, and I can't even do it. And the wind is hella strong, so I just didn't want to go out there. I was afraid you guys weren't going to be able to hear me. So we're just going to do it from the car. We're still in nature, though, okay? All right. So today we're going to talk about making amends, because first, step one is to realize that, okay, you need some self-love. Step two is realizing you ain't shit and you know it. That's okay. Step three is time to mend some bridges while you simultaneously mend the bridges inside of yourself, okay? And that's something that really helped me. While I was making amends with other people, it really helped me make amends with myself along the way. So, a little story time. The first person I made amends with was my mom. Me and my mom had a really strained relationship because I had the childhood where we lived with the dad and not the mom, and all my other friends lived with their moms, and their dad was the part-time parent. And it took a long time for me to like accept that. Like, a lot of moms get shit if they're not the primary parent, and that is wrong. That is wrong on every single fucking level possible, okay? And it took a long time for me to understand that before my mom was a mom, she had this whole entire life, okay? Being a mom, it was only a chapter in her life. It was not her whole entire life. And there are things that happened to her that prevented her from being the best mom that she could be. So, I was just straight up with my mom. I was like, Ma, I don't think you were a good mom. Like, I had to say that to my mom. I said that to her fucking face, bro. And she was like, you're right. And that was not the, this shit is shaking. Okay, I think that's that was not the response that I thought I would get. I thought I would just get like a lot of like backlash and a lot of like hate and stuff. But she understood where I was coming from, and I really appreciate her for that. And I remember she said, I wasn't the best mom, but I did the best that I could. And it just completely resonated with me, that she really did do the best that she could. And I had a decent childhood, and she did protect me from a lot of bad things that could have happened to me. And I'm telling you, that day changed my life. It changed the way I look at moms. It changed the way I looked at my mom. It was also the first time I ever smoked weed with my mom. Officer. I think that was in the 90s. I'm not sure. Officer, that was in the 90s. I'm not sure. But, it really was just like this eye-opening experience to be able to express to my mom freely how I was feeling, for her to return that authenticity, and then for us to just like hug it out. It was fucking amazing. So that really helped me make amends with myself. It helped heal myself. I was able to forgive myself because there are certain, like in my marriage, for example, I did the best that I could. That I knew, like with the knowledge that I had then, that really was the best that I could. So I had to forgive myself and make amends with myself for walking away from my marriage, because that was something I had a lot of guilt about. Unfortunately, not everyone that you try to make amends with is going to continue to be in your life. There are these group of girls that I was really close with in middle school and the beginning of high school, and I reached out to one of them on this journey, right? And she pretty much said, I have nothing to say to you. And that broke me down, bro. Like, I might cry talking about it. Because, like, I never imagined I wouldn't have those people as friends. I never imagined I would get married and they wouldn't be there. Like, one of them is a mom now, and like I've met one of their kids one time, and like I just never thought that their kids wouldn't know me. But after reaching out to that one friend, I was way entirely too scared to reach out to the other friends, because that was like rough as fuck to accept that just because I'm apologizing to someone doesn't mean that they're gonna still want to be in my life. And that was really rough. And you have to prepare yourself for that, because I wasn't prepared for that. And that's why I do these videos, because no one was there to teach me the different things that can happen on the self-love journey. And my chakras kept taking a hit every time because I wasn't prepared emotionally or mentally or spiritually for these things to happen. I want to read to you guys a poem by Rumi, one of my favorite poems. Literally everything he fucking wrote down on a piece of paper is holy text to me, so I want to share that with you guys, okay? He says, I choose to love you in silence, for in silence I find no rejection. I choose to love you in loneliness, for in loneliness no one owns you but me. I choose to adore you from a distance, for distance will shield me from pain. I choose to kiss you in the wind, for the wind is gentler than my lips. I choose to hold you in my dreams, for in my dreams you have no end. And that's, I still want to reach out to the other girl, but that first situation, I was able to make peace with the fact that I'm probably never going to be in these people's lives again. And that's okay. You know, I was a shitty friend, and they weren't the best friends either, but I can accept now that not everyone is going to accept the new version of me, the new version where I love myself. And that's the thing, you have to love yourself enough to say that anyone can go. Like that day that I talked to my mom, I was fully fucking prepared for her to never fucking speak to me again. But I had to say what I had to say. No matter what, I had to say it. Shortly after that, I ended up having a very similar situation with my dad, where I was like, look, I smoke weed, I drink, this is me. Like, my dad thinks that because I was a pothead that my life was going to spiral out of control, and it kind of did. He's kind of right about that one, but it wasn't because of weed. But I had to be like, look, Dad, this is me, and I'm a daddy's girl to the T. Like, I love my daddy. Disappointing him sucks, asshole. But I was ready for my parents to never speak to me again. And you have to be ready for that when you try to go make amends with people. Just because you're in a better situation now doesn't mean, for one, that they believe you, or for two, that they're ready to hear what you have to say. So I do want you guys to be prepared for that. Let's see. I'm gonna do crystal and tarot when I get back to the house, because I'm kind of holding the phone right now. That's kind of hard to show you guys that. But just really Prepare yourself for making amends. And it is necessary. You cannot go on this journey and have hate in your heart for another person. Because the hate that you feel for someone else is really inside of you. It don't got nothing to do with that other person. It's about you and your perspective and the way you're looking at the situation is why you hate them. A lot of people hate other people because the other person stirs up the demons inside of you. And that's why you don't like old girl from down the street or that dude that you work with. It's because there's something in them that stirs up the demons inside of you. If there's any, I said this last week, Shad Guru said this. If there's anything that is unpleasant in your life, it is not what that person or thing is doing to you. It is you. It is how you are looking at the situation. So understand, you do not get to go on this journey and not make amends with people. That's not how this works. You don't get to go on a true journey of self-love while you hate other people. Even if you were fucking raped, I swear to God, you have to forgive them. And I know that's something that can be a bit sensitive, but I'm telling you, you are never going to know true self-love if you hate anybody. You literally cannot hate anybody. I don't care if they killed your mom, they killed your child, whatever the situation is, you have to find the connection inside yourself to be able to let it go. And you're not going to let it go until you forgive them. You have to forgive them. Forgiveness is probably going to be the title of this episode. You have to forgive and you have to let it go. Don't the Bible say, what the Bible say? Forgive and forget, some shit like that. Jesus said it or something like that. You really do have to forgive and forget. You do. Because holding that shit in your heart is only going to prevent your own journey. It's only hurting you, not the other person. It's hurting you. They always say forgiveness is for the other, is for yourself, not for the other person. Such a fucking cliche, but it's so true. You don't forgive somebody because you want them in your life again or whatever your fucking superficial reason is. You forgive people so that your heart can let it go and so that you can move forward. Your heart needs to be light as a feather, and you are not going to be able to reach that point until you forgive them. Okay? There are people going their whole life with this hate in their heart for what someone did to them 20, 30 years ago. I know a woman, how do I say this? I'm not telling her business. I know a woman who was molested as a child. She's in her 50s now. She was never able to forgive and to forget. And now from the last time I talked to her, which was a couple years ago, from the time that I knew her, she had men in and out of her life, constantly in and out of her life. She could never be with one man that actually treated her the way that she deserved to be treated. And that's because she never healed from being molested as a child. And if you think that you can, I'm gonna catch some things for this, but I gotta say what I gotta say. If you were molested as a child and you did not forgive that person, you are not going to have some happy ass marriage. You are not going to have your happily ever after. You're not. Because you have to forgive all hate in your heart. In order to achieve true self-love, you have to let it go. I'm just making sure that ain't the police, y'all. I just be nervous. But you have to let it go no matter what someone else has done to you. You need to understand that it wasn't done to you. It was done for you. Ain't nothing in this life done to you. It is done for you and for your greater good and for your healing and for your divine purpose. But you ain't gonna see none of that because you got so much damn hate clouding your heart. You can't even love the right way. And that's why you forgive. And that's why you gotta let it go. And that's why you gotta forgive. Really, like, I have been, as far as romantic relationships, I have been lied to, cheated on countless times, abandoned in a city where I didn't know anybody. And I forget it. I forgive them and I let it go. Because me hating my ex for what he had, for his insufficient actions, is only going to make my next relationship harder. So I choose to forgive and I choose to let go, because there ain't no damn way that I get to finally meet the man that God has designed for me and carry baggage from some fuckboy who didn't know what he had when he had it. Okay? Y'all out here ruining a beautiful ass relationship because you're holding on to the baggage from what someone else has done to you. You have to let that shit go. For why are you holding on to it? Hey, and don't get me wrong, bro. Don't get me wrong. Misery is comfortable. Misery is fucking comfortable. Hate is comfortable. You get comfortable in your hate. You do. You actually get comfortable with the fact that you have all this hate, because that hate be keeping you lightweight warm at nighttime. You actually have something to hold on to when you're in that bed by your damn self. You have your hate and your misery. But I'm telling you, once you let that go, there is a love that is going to come into your life, and you are going to sleep so peacefully, knowing that you don't have any grudges with people, that you don't have any hates with people, you don't have any beef, you don't have any enemies. Bro, I sleep peacefully every fucking night, even though I've slept alone every night for the majority of 2 years. Because my own self-love keeps me warm at night. And there ain't nothing that anybody could do to me that I would not be able to see the lesson in it, forgive them, and let it go. I don't care what it is. It doesn't matter at this point, because my love for myself is stronger than your hate for me. So, like, for example, my friend, people have been like coming for me a lot on Facebook lately, and she said, "Why people keep coming for you like that?" And I told her, the devil is gonna come for you the hardest when you are about to take your biggest win. And I can feel it. It's already here. I am winning. I am truly out here living my life with no regrets. I do whatever I want. I say whatever I want. And I love whomever I want. And that's because I have reached a place where there is nothing that anybody could do to me, and it would make me question who the fuck I am. There is nothing that anyone can say or do that would make me think any less of myself. And when you're on this journey of making amends and you're on this journey of forgiveness, there are going to be people who are going to bring up the fucked up shit that you've done. You have to be ready to stand your ground. One time, I was at church, and I was at Total Grace. Pastor Mike was preaching, and he said, it was talking about how you were never supposed to feel guilt or shame. And he said, when someone throws your dirt in your face, you say fucking thank you. You say thank you. Of course, Pastor Mike didn't say fuck, but he said, you say thank you, because you just reminded me of how far I have came and how far I have grown. So thank you for reminding me how much of an awesome ass person I am today. And that's how you have to look at it. And that's how you can stand your ground while you're trying to make these amends. Because I'm telling you, they're gonna bring the fuck shit. They gonna bring up every little dirty thing that you ain't even probably thought about in years. Shit that you've probably forgotten that you've even done. And you have to be like, you know what? Yes, I did that. Fucking take ownership. We learned that last week. Take responsibility for what you've done. Apologize. Fucking say I'm sorry. And y'all, and I understand, and I'm telling you as I tell myself, because I told you there's still that one girl that I ain't never, made amends with. But say you're sorry. Like, god damn, some of y'all, it is so hard. It's so hard for y'all to say sorry. When really 9 times out of 10, that's all the relationship ever needed was for you to fucking say sorry. Like, oh man. It's just, I'm upset because 2 words, I'm sorry, have broken up marriages, have broken up families. Because people had too much damn pride to say I'm sorry. Yes, I was the toxic person in this situation and I'm sorry. Why is that so hard for you to say? Do you think you're weak because you can't say I'm sorry? Saying I'm sorry is the most courageous thing that I've seen other people do, bro. The most bravest thing I've seen someone do is be vulnerable. Like, y'all got y'all's pride shit all fucked up, and that's okay. I did too. But I'm telling you, once you can get to the point where you can say I'm sorry with complete confidence, and it doesn't shake who you are inside, you free, dog. You free. You got it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Be able to be vulnerable and not question how powerful you are. Okay? So you make a list of the people that you need to tell you're sorry. You ask your ancestors for guidance and communication. And you go. Just do it. What's the worst fucking thing that that could happen? Literally, the worst thing that could happen is that they say, you know what? I don't take your sorry. I don't forgive you. And I don't want anything to do with you. That's the worst thing that they can say to you. And you say, you know what? I accept it. I accept that you cannot forgive me, but I forgive you. And you walk the fuck away. And I'm telling you, that's going to be a fucking powerful ass moment in your life. When you can walk away from an apology that you deserve, and you know that you're never going to get it, but you know that you deserve it, and you can walk away and you can still be powerful in your own right, I'm telling you, you are going to hold your head higher than you have ever before in life. That is real strength. That is not weakness. That is real strength when you can walk away knowing that you deserve that apology and you're never going to get it, and you are still who you are. You are still powerful, and you are still amazing. You are still a child of God, and nothing would ever change that. And that's why the forgiveness / making amends journey is very, very needed in the beginning, because it helps you stand on your own 2 feet as the man or the woman or whatever you claim as you are. That's why you have to do it in the beginning. And I'm telling you, this part fucking sucks, because not everyone is going to come back to you. Maybe no one is going to come back to you. But that's okay. Let them go. If someone has the balls to walk out of your life, let them go. You need to start being around people who fit your future, not your past. Those people are people of the past. If they are not ready to move forward with you in your future, let them the fuck go. They don't deserve you. They don't deserve your love. Because your love is about to get so pure and so beautiful, and they don't fucking deserve it. Do you understand me? They don't deserve it. You are amazing, and you have a love that is infinite, and that is compassionate and kind and gentle. Not everyone fucking deserves that. Okay? Ooh, honey. Shoo. This was a good episode. I like this. I might have to do more car episodes, for real. But alright, this is it. Up next is going to be Crystal of the Day and the Tarot card energy reading of the day. Right? Okay. Bless the shit. Okay? Bless it. Alright. So today's crystal of the day is black kyanite. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Let me show you the other side. I broke it a little bit. How beautiful is that? This is for communication, especially when there is a misunderstanding. This is really, really good in communication. So if there are some amends that you need to make and you know there is a huge misunderstanding, go to your local metaphysical shop and get some black kyanite. It really is a very powerful piece. I want to make jewelry out of this, but it is very soft and I don't want it to break, but we'll see. Look how beautiful that is. Come on now. All right. Let's pull a card, shall we? All right. Let's pull a card. How y'all feeling? I feel good. Now I feel like me again. I don't know what that eclipse did. By the way, in order to see the full effect of how an eclipse is going to be on your life, it's going to take about 6 months. Think about it. Last summer, when we had those 3 eclipses within the 30-day period, think about your life in December and how much of a transformation your life went through in that 6-month period. Okay, a lot of things, a lot of cycles ended in December, and that was the eclipse. Like, that was the full effect of what those eclipses do, but it does take time. Okay, astrology takes time. Do you hear me? All right. Ashe, ancestors. What message do you have today for the collective? And this is going to be... All right, sorry guys, my camera cut off, but we got these 7 of Pentacles. Okay. This is a card of looking at what you have done so far. If you can see, 6 of his pentacles are up on the bush, right? So he's been quite productive, okay? He's been highly productive. And it's almost as if he's taking a bit of a rest, just to examine the method that he took to get there. And it's like, okay, I got this one step left. Am I gonna go about it the way that I went about it before? Should I try a different approach? It's really just, for me, it's a card of analyzing what you've done this far and to see if it's still working for you. And that is super fucking relevant to today's episode. Maybe in the past, how you've made amends, it may have gotten you far, but maybe this time there's a different approach that you could take on the path of forgiveness. maybe there's something else that you can do here that would get you better results. But it's just really about examining, going over what you've done and really seeing if this is the best way to move forward. And it may be, who knows, that's up for you to say. But this is a really good card. I like it. I like this card. I do. I like it a lot. See? 7 of Pentacles. All right. But that is all for V's ministry today. I really hope you guys were able to receive the message that I was trying to get across today. I hope it really resonated with you. And I just hope that, you know, have positive expectations only, okay?